much that I love you. Let me tell you, me once it. Let me tell you how much that I love you. You found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, said no chance. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me life. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder. Without my baby, without me love, without me love. And no dance and sing and nothing, because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. Tell me we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under to get under. I know. Put your love in my life, control that. I laid out my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings, they come my way. And all the bad things, they turn away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Just one minute. Shut up, 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 shut up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's for me. Mm, mm, mm. Woo! I killed that. Greetings, 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 and gratitudes, motherfuckers. Hey, motherfuckers, hey, motherfuckers. Hey, motherfuckers, hey, motherfuckers. Hey, motherfuckers, hey, motherfuckers. What is going on? How are y'all doing? Oh, I came to give a full expose on some shit. Uh, so I've been looking into something because I want to do a sit down interview with someone. And of course, we're talking about a posthumous soul spirit interview, sit down with this person. And so I was like, let me find out more about this person and kind of just, what I'm saying, see what the backstory is on this person. And their what I'm saying, they're kind of their brief little life story or whatever, so I can get some information, how I like to do, and then I'll bring you what I get in my research as well as what I get from the spirit. And so the things that I came across and that I found out, it's one of those things that so, oh, happy birthday, Deanna. So I'm gonna give y'all what I got because this isn't the sit down with this person, but I'm gonna give y'all what I found out. And in order for me to do that, then I have to expose and give an expose on another motherfucker because people are such liars, bro. And they say and do shit to see themselves shine instead of just telling the motherfucking truth about shit, bro. So in order for me to give you what I have been finding out, I'm gonna give you everything that I found out before, I can even sit down with this person. Who is the person that I am talking about? I am talking about legendary rapper Big L. So I want to do a sit down interview with legendary Harlem rapper Big L, known by many names, and one of them being the GOAT. G.O.A.T is the way that he spelled it when he would go by that name. Okay. So, um, I want to just get into a couple things because in order for me to even get into what I found, about Big L, aka Goat, and the connection spiritually that I've made. I need y'all to understand. And listen, I'm not coming. I'm not coming for nobody, bitch. But I'm just gonna tell you what a liar Jaguar Wright is, bro. I have to say this first because one of the things that has been like bringing him back to the forefront is Jaguar Wright. And you know what I'm saying, like, besides like Eminem and different people that have named him in their songs, like, she speaks of him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And one thing recently I came across while I was looking him up and doing research was her talking about their personal relationship, and that he was the love of her life. And she goes in to say, like, she met Big L when she was 14 years old, and like he became the love of her life and all of these different things. And so, listening to it, I'm like, oh, that's so, that's sweet, that's a beautiful little love story, you know what I'm saying? But until Spirit kept saying, what are you talking about? Jaguar Wright grew up in Philadelphia, in Philly. And I'm like, yeah, well, Big L is from Harlem. Jaguar Wright was born in New Jersey and moved to Philly around the age of 12. There was no way that you could have ever met Big L when you were 14 and fallen in love with him. I was trying to make it make sense. I was trying to make it make sense. Because there's no way. So I was like, well, maybe he lived in Philly. No, he grew. I'm like, because from what I know, he grew up in Harlem. So me trying to see if he ever lived in Philly. No, he grew up in Harlem, New York, which is what I thought. So I'm like, well, damn. She's talking about how, um, let me see if I can upload some of this stuff too. Let me see here. Just to show you what I'm talking about too, because I did screenshot a couple things. Um, well, I did screenshot this, so I'm definitely gonna put that. So let me just see, because I was curious, you know what I'm saying? So, um, this is something that I put up, and I'm putting this up because, um, like, I was trying to figure it out. Like, so she started her career, you know what I'm saying? And then again, I want you to see where it says, um, in 2020, Wright made headlines via social media. This is what I was telling you the other day. I came out speaking against all of this shit. And then all of a sudden, like months later, she came out speaking against a lot of this shit. And so when I say I was doing it before she was, that's exactly what I mean. And people sent the shit. So if you even scroll down to the bottom of that, it says that she began to say, um, that she had fallen out with Erica Badu, Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, and her then at time boyfriend Common, who she said sexually assaulted her after performing a concert in the mid 2000s. Now, one of the things that she always claims is, one, again, that she was so in love with Big L and that he was the love of her life. Big L, aka the GOAT, was, I'm gonna call it what it is, was sacrificed. Okay. In 1999, he was shot 9 times in the face and in the chest. Like, they made sure to make this horrendous. Okay. They made sure that his murder was horrendous. Now, reason why I'm even bringing that point up is because after, if you can please go back and Google all you want to, she says that he was the love of her life, and she says that she believes that Jay-Z is the one who allegedly sacrificed Big L so his career can come up. Now, I'm not saying that she's wrong or off on that, but she started background singing for Jay-Z, as you can see right here, in what, 2000 or 2001. Oh, that one didn't load up. Okay, well, um you can go and pull it up. She started background singing for Jay-Z in like 2001. And then, by her own admissions, Jaguar says that she had an active sexual relationship with Jay-Z as well. My thing is this. My thing is this. That's not what I'm questioning, Brooklyn lady. That's not what I'm questioning. Please don't come in this chat doing that. That's not what I'm questioning, following what I'm saying. What I said was she's not wrong on that. I'm not questioning that. There's more to that than just that. What I said was she started background singing for Jay-Z in 2001. Big L was murdered in 1999. And she says Big L was the love of her fucking life. And that she believed that Jay-Z is the sacrificial person who sacrificed him. My thing is, if you thought that and Big L was the love of your life, why would you ever go and work for him? Why would you ever go and work for him? Why would you go and background sing for someone that you feel like had the love of your life murdered? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, I'm trying to figure that out. None of what she says is adding up when it comes to Big L, because I felt like I was kind of being like I don't know if I was being blocked or I was just trying to figure this shit out. So that like made me research a little bit more, and I see that he was in like a couple groups, including one with Cameron and, excuse me, Herb, oh my God, I cannot think of his name. McGruff, um, Mace was in there, and then so let me go ahead and just start to break the shit down as I came across it, and as well as what the spirit was saying. Right? She absolutely says whatever to be relevant, and that's what pisses me off about it, because like, just don't do that type shit, bro. But whatever. People, this is her moment, so we letting her stand in her moment of being able to, come on all these platforms and all these different things and say what you want to say, and that's beautiful. But um, this is the crazy part. You're right, Maki, but they all came from the same block, and so they all, including like, and they all had connections, including Fat Joe and all of these people. And you have to start to look at this shit, how they all came up. Now, I'm gonna take it step by step on some things that I have found. So please, like, please don't oversaturate the chat with all of this other nonsense, okay? Um, Big L, also known as the GOAT, and reason why I spelt it to you that way, because I want you to be able to pay attention to what connections I made. Big L, also known as the GOAT, in all capital letters with the dots in between, which means um the greatest of all times is what it means, right? This is the acronym for it, greatest of all time. Now, he died, or was sacrificed in 1999. In the year 2000, because when I seen that, something clicked in me and registered. Makiba, Makiba, please follow along. If you're going to be here, please follow along with what I'm saying, because I feel like what I'm saying to you is important, because this is the governess's platform. Whatever you know, I don't mind you sharing it, but at least listen to what I'm saying to you. because the connections are real. And I feel like reason why we're always blind and confused on shit is because we're always looking in a whole different direction than where the fuck we should be looking at and listening. PC, you think I can deliver my information to you? Because that's exactly where I'm going. Because that's the connection that I made. 2000, LL Cool J came out with the album GOAT. All capital letters, which again means the greatest of all times, right? No, I don't think it's any disrespect. This is just what I be talking about when people come in my chat, they just start talking about everything like I'm not talking. You understand what I'm saying? How many of y'all didn't hit the like button? Make sure you hit the like button when you come over here. So he came out in 2000 with GOAT. I had to Google to see when that era was because after he came out with that album, it blew up. That word blew up. Now, why do I feel like that's important? I feel like it's important because one, he died in 1999 and that's what he called himself. And then the very next year, LL Cool J, who's also from New York, um, came out with this album, The GOAT, which is what people was calling him. I started telling people there were three energies that were being used. One is the GOAT, the capital, all capital letters GOAT, then the Rain Man, and then the energy Young. You saw people calling themselves young this, young that, young this, goat that, goat this. Now, Rainwater has what on his new shitty clothing line? Goat. What I'm saying to you is, besides the Rain Man, Young, and Goat, I believe they were channeling and using his energy. So for Jaguar to say that Jay-Z sacrificed him, I have to be honest with you. All of these people came up directly after that shit because he was the greatest of all times. So you have, because I kept asking for the spirit and the soul to show me some things last night in my sleep. When I woke up, I immediately woke up, kept repeating Mace over and over again. And you have to remember at that time, Mace was signed and blowing up with Bad Boy, which is who? P. Diddy. Okay. So all of these people. So when I did research, right, I'm looking at it. And so Big L, the GOAT, was getting ready to sign with Rockefeller Records, which at the time was owned by Damon Dash, of course, and Jay-Z. Him and Jay-Z had battled a couple times, and they felt like that actually he ate Jay-Z up. But they started saying, oh no, it was a tie because they didn't want no smoke with Jay-Z because they kind of understood how he was moving. But he's so stealth and so slick and slithery that they were just like, okay, he's the only one that can actually stand toe to toe with Jay-Z. Let's not forget, Jay-Z stole his name from somebody else that was actually Jay-Z type shit. I haven't done full research on that, but I remember hearing that he stole his name up on the come up from somebody else. Okay. So now we are making those kind of connections. And then I'm just looking at how is it that all of these people from this block or from this era that all knew each other actually came up with good careers. And so now I'm like, I'm watching the video and they're talking about Big L, but they keep showing this other guy. And every time they show him, Spirit said, he too was sacrificed. He too died. He too died. And I'm like, Well, who is he? So then I had to go in. You said Jazzo. Okay. Um, Jazzo. Okay. So I had to go in and I started looking at this other young man who then I found out was Cameron's cousin named Bloodshed. Bloodshed died in a car accident. But as you know, if you follow anything with these people in the industry, a lot of the car accidents ain't car accidents. And I say that because they all have been trying to come up. They have been doing a documentary. They have been like signed with this one and getting ready to sign with that one. However, it was his cousin had passed that following year, which I keep wanting to say is 97 or 98. The following year, right after, it wasn't even, I don't even think the following year, right after Bloodshed died in the car accident, Cameron signed what they said was the Notorious B.I.G. This is all what I found in the research and what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm like, oh, but they say that's his cousin. And so they have this mural that everybody be standing in front of. They take pictures. Some people have even done their videos. You know what I'm saying? In front of this mural of Bloodshed. Now Bloodshed was known because they said he was raw in his rap. And I'm like, damn, it seemed like they were taking out all of the best ones that would be able to stand toe to toe and probably would have the most success. Because directly after, and again, I know that's his cousin, but hey, listen, Takeoff is Quavo's nephew. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. Okay? I'm just saying what I'm saying. So he died in a car accident, which they never really gave too much details on that he just died in a car accident. And the following, right after, Cameron signed. Now, he started to come up, Cameron did, but he didn't fully come up and emerge until he got with the diplomats or whatever. Although he was making headway, people knew who he was coming up, you know what I'm saying? But and I'm looking at all of this now. Then you have Fat Joe. He's coming up, but he ain't really coming up like Big Pun is coming up. Big Pun is coming up. He's coming up, and everybody knows him. All of a sudden, Big Pun dies of a heart attack. Who gonna believe it? Everybody. Why? Because he was a big guy. And so, right after he passed, Fat Joe blew up. So I'm looking at all of this shit, and so now you got the death of Big L after Big L because again Damon was getting ready to sign him. Now, right after Big L, I'm noticing all of them blew up. All of them. Jay-Z blew up in 98. Big L died in 99. They're claiming that at that time in 98 that Jay-Z was already worth $54 million. And I'm trying to figure out how. Because then they go on to say that it was between like 2016 and 2018 or something like in the early 2000s after that. I want to say about 2018 or something. They said he was worth $284 million, Jay-Z. Then of course now he's $1 billion. So I'm just trying to figure all of this shit out because I know Beyonce helped to make him because he was going down at one point because that's what was said in the Kathy White reading that he was um about to hit bankruptcy, and that's when everything he took over with Beyonce and they put her father to the side and he began to step in and do that role, right? So you can go on and look at anybody's net worth. That don't mean that's what it is because I know for a fact those things are not okay. Um, I couldn't even read that; it went up too fast. So I'm just looking at all of this shit and how they all began to come up afterwards, after these passings. And for sure, Jay Z blew up, blew up. the diplomats blew up, and then you have Jim Jones and Cameron. They have a beef, and then you have, of course, Mace. He he was coming up with Bad Boy, but then he decided to step down because he didn't like the shit that was going on. Now, you can call me crazy if you like, and I don't give a fuck. I'm looking at all of this shit, even with Cameron, bro. Some of them are louder than others. So Jim Jones and Cameron ended up having a beef and falling out. And so I'm looking at what the beef was about. Cameron gave an apology at one point, and he even admitted where he was wrong. He said the beef started because Jim Jones had always been in love with Chrissy. He always wanted her. He wanted to date her. Now, Chrissy, from my understanding from a few years ago, hearing that Chrissy dude was like one of the like a big kingpin, somebody like had money, but Jim Jones wanted her. And apparently, I guess the relationship between Chrissy and whoever the dude was, what not a good relationship, right? So then she ended up getting with Jim Jones. Now, because of the status of who she just came from, a nigga with money, I'm sure she probably was like, I just want love. I don't really give a fuck about money. But 2 weeks after knowing or being in a situationship, trying to develop a relationship with Chrissy, Cameron said Jim Jones started buying Chrissy out kind of, expensive shoes and purses and spending money on her crazy. And he was pissed about it. And so he made everybody wear these t-shirts where he put um Tricky Ricky is Jim Jones, and then he put all of their homies that was in the penitentiary on the back, saying that why this nigga ain't helping to take care of our niggas in jail, but he taking care of this bitch. He's like, I didn't know that their relationship would turn into what it is. They still together to this day. I kept looking at this shit, and I'm like, that almost sounds like a lover's quarrel to me. What nigga is mad about what another nigga is buying his woman or a chick that he's dating? Because Cameron couldn't even get it together for Juju. So I'm just like looking at all of this shit. And yes, no, he never married her and he still ain't married her. But when you looking at all of them, like even going back to the first and second season of Love and Hip Hop when they all was on there, I'm looking at this shit and now I'm looking at all of the ones that are being sacrificed and killed off. These are the ones that wasn't playing ball inside of the booty game. It is my thought that all of these niggas that are still much relevant and is still in this game and that comes up in this game are motherfucking power bottoms. A lot of them don't feel like they're gay because they're like, oh, I'm a top. I'm not getting fucked. I'm fucking these niggas. Whatever you feel and however you feel like, they all are fucking each other. I do not give a fuck where you see it, how you see it, who they are. They're getting rid of the ones that won't play ball. There was a video that was sent to me about this guy who said he has, and this may have been a few years ago, but I received it last night about this guy said he has some sort of USB and it has from T.I. allegedly to P. Diddy and a Divine Steven and Stephen McGill's or somebody else, like, and they jacking each other's dicks. They all in this room with their dicks out, like they calling it a dick party. It sounds like the fucking hotel shit that I was talking about, bro. Allegedly. Allegedly. The shit is crazy. I don't care what none of them is saying because all of these niggas, like, people have been coming to me left and right after I did that with Chasing Food. And some of these people have been backup dancers and cousins are in the industry and know these people and they're validating all of this shit and it's craziness. It's craziness. You got some people, some pygmies. I don't believe that. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I do not give a fuck what you believe. Because a lot of these motherfuckers still believe under that programming. So what you say would never make me shit. Ever. These motherfuckers cannot be trusted, and they will go and they will do whatever. People probably would have thought Ja Rule was the hardest motherfucker until Gene Deal came out and said that he was diddying and diddling with Diddy. Somebody was trying to call my motherfucking phone. Don't call my motherfucking phone. Do not call my motherfucking phone. I'm always amazed at how people be calling me and texting me like you fucking know me. Don't call my phone, bro. But this shit is a lot. And again, everything that I'm saying is alleged. But I feel like we have to start to look at, because if he was the GOAT, if he's the GOAT, and he called himself that, and nobody was going by that until he said it, and I did the research on it. I'm telling you, people had used it like maybe in the early 80s, but when they used it, they thought it was a demonic term, so people did not use it. I think the first time it was actually ever used was in 1976, but people again stayed away from it and did not use it because they thought it was a demonic term. So now it wasn't used really until Big L called himself that, and then LL Cool J called himself that. I feel like they channeled his energy, and all of them got to use his soul's energy and soul power. And I feel like because his songs that he was coming out with, the songs was like very like dark and demonic in some of the shit that he was saying. And so Nas was like, he scared him to death hearing him say some of that shit. So I don't know. I came on to say that and give my full expose that all of these motherfuckers are liars. It's a for me, it's a validation that they sacrifice each other, and of course, they all love the brother love. And that gives a whole new meaning when that nigga keep calling himself brother love. You gotta really look at what the fuck he meant when he was calling himself that, brother love. We ain't just talking about music or film. We are talking about politicians, executives, athletes, all of these motherfuckers. And they all know and they all are doing certain shit. And the more they do, the more they come up. And I'm just going to say that. But anyway, that's all I came on to say. She's a liar. You can't make that make sense. If you lived in Jersey and moved to Philadelphia at 12, how the fuck did you meet Big L at 14 and fall in love and y'all was in love and that's the love of your life? She puts things out there because she wants people to believe that she has all of this intel. And so if she has to know, like, knock it off. Like she said, Patty LaBelle husband told her some shit like, girl, knock it the fuck off. Knock it off. So I'm just gonna say that, and that's what I came on to say. So now, if you have any information, please drop it in the chat now. Whatever you know, drop that shit in the chat now. So y'all can and we can have a conversation about what it is that you know. You know what I'm saying? Because now I would like to see exactly what you know. And greetings and gratitude, and I hope you hit the like button when you came in this motherfucker. This is the governess's platform. This is my home. You don't go in nobody's home without speaking. And that leads me to something else. If you're gonna ever text me, never fucking text me without speaking. Because I'm gonna always tell you, greetings, first of all, greetings. So many people just text and drop shit in my text. I am not no motherfucking library. Do not just be dropping your shit off here. Speak or get blocked. And people have gotten blocked over the last few days. I don't mind blocking you. Gratitude, precious. Peace, Lily. I hope you liked it when you came in. Lily, was it Lily? Make sure you hit the like. Yeah, I do believe that Jay. So let me be clear. I believe these are the people that I feel like allegedly was in on the sacrifice of Big L. I believe it was Jay, Mace, and Diddy, and for some reason Cameron kept sticking out to me as well. But I'm just gonna say I feel like these people were definitely in on it. Definitely. And I just feel like it was something more to bloodshed, passing in that car accident as well. But I do believe Jay-Z, because he did not want him to come up, he was going to be greater than he was. He had potential to be the man. He does not want anybody to be over him, just like his motherfucking woman. I always want to be the first one, the best one. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. And I'm sure because these people always say I love, that's my brother. I love. Lil Boosie was just on talking about, but if your friend is your friend, man, your friend is your friend. Even if he wrong, even if he did do it, your friend is your friend. How would he know? He didn't kill all of his motherfucking friends. He know that he ain't no real motherfucking friend. I don't even think he knows what that means. How can you say why ain't nobody standing up for him? Because wrong is wrong. His boy was in the back like because they found out the shit happened. Yeah, but your friend is your friend. No, I'm gonna tell my motherfucking friend, bitch, you wrong. And I can't even fuck with you because bitch, what kind of bitch is you? Bitch, you been over here molesting children. I'ma still be your friend. Well, she just no. Fuck that bitch. No, fuck that bitch. You've been over here molesting children, beating up motherfuckers, and drug. No, bitch, no, absolutely not. But you have to also look at it. He just told a motherfucker you can cheat on her, but don't beat on her. So you can break her heart and make her feel like she ain't shit, but don't put your hands on her. I never even spoke about the video that was sent to me that he did with this interview. When I had did that live and I was talking about the church's chicken dream, this nigga did a motherfucking interview with these people. He had on an orange shirt, and that's exactly what the fuck he brought up, saying how motherfuckers are sacrifice and kill their own friend and tell them, hey man, meet me over at church's chicken. Why would you use that? Why would you use the church's chicken narrative? Tell me you watching without telling me you watching. Tell me you watching without telling me you watching. Motherfuckers always want to point the finger at me and tell me I'm crazy, and I'm like, bitch, no, I ain't. No, I ain't. Because he said it right after. Right after he did that interview, right after I did that live. And a motherfucker sent it to me, and that's exactly what he said. Talking about how friends will turn on friends and will sacrifice and kill them, and will lure them in and tell them, hey man, meet me over at the church's chicken. And when they get there, they get popped. This is exactly what the fuck he said. And I find it awful motherfucking funny. I find it funny that that's what that nigga said. They ain't got no friends. None of them have any loyalty to anyone, not even their own motherfucking mamas. Like Little Rod said, we have to stop looking at the bullshit. One, the little porn guy came out and said that's not Stevie J in that photo. That's me. That photo is from a motherfucking video. Both of those photos is from a video. You can't just say, "Oh, he probably just mistake him." How he gonna mistake somebody on a video? He's watching the actual fucking video, bro. Stevie J ain't came out and said it wasn't him not one time. What they did was send in a little porn dude to pay him a little money and say, "Hey, that's me." Meanwhile, Stevie ain't said it ain't him because why? There's most likely proof that it is. So then they have Ethiopia motherfucking ass came out with this statement, a declaration, saying that I was never at Diddy's house. I never went to any of his parties except for when I went to his house on this time. But you just said you hadn't been to his house. Oh, I was only at this event, but it was an event, a black tie in his backyard. But I had never been for a party. All of this shit are double talking type shit. They want people to believe some shit so badly. Then somebody said, oh, because I was watching Tisa Tales, and somebody said something to the effect of, I think she said, maybe he didn't, maybe P. Diddy had just told him, oh well, that's who this is, and like pointed her out, but he didn't really know. Like, no, he's in the industry. He know who the fuck these people are, bro. He's not no dumbass person. Why do people keep trying to allow this shit and trying to paint a narrative on another scale for these people? That man ain't lying. He done showed you clippings and videos. I just so happen to believe he was in an actual sexual relationship with him. And he got mad because he did not give him what the fuck he told him or was supposed to pay him. So, nigga, yeah, you ain't gonna do it. Okay, how about I tell everything I know? He was sent in. Nobody just comes in to do work and stays for 13 months and make sure they document and take note on everything. No, you were sent in for this takedown. And I ain't mad about it. But you were sent in for this takedown because P. Diddy is predictable. They knew what he would do. He's done it for years. He's behaved the same way for years. This is not just some kind of scandal or somebody coming against him. No, this is the shit that he does. And he's done it for a very motherfucking long time. He's predictable, and they knew. And we're not just talking about just a couple people. No, this motherfucker rub elbows and have people at his party from Paris Hilton to Oprah motherfucking Winfrey, bitch. Right down to low level executives. The game. The game was talking so much shit about G Unit at one point, telling me how they was all fucking each other, so he didn't fuck with them. And then you went and was, oh no, we was just partying a lot. I didn't never get to do no work. I did go to the studio with him, but I didn't get to do no work. I was just with him. For what? For what? You was with him for what? Game? What up, Kelly? You were with him for what? We was partying. Well, we already know what that means when he say it. Because everybody been talking about how he kept telling Fabulous, I want you to party with me. But yeah, me and you ain't partying. We already know what that's code for. Like you got me fucked up. He had the power to make you and break you, and his children knew that. If this man wasn't in trouble, why would he send his plane, his private plane, all the way to Antigua to only be in Miami? So you mean he sent the decoy and the people didn't know he was sending the decoy? Again, you have two different elements working against each other. Donald Trump is trying to take these motherfuckers down allegedly. Meanwhile, you have, but believe me, again, he has a whole agenda of why he's trying to do it. He's draining the swamp so he can fill it back up with his piss. So he can fill it back up with his piss. Somebody, they told me again last night, somebody is going to come out of hiding. I almost feel like there's like 2 or 3 people that's been in hiding because of Diddy for a number of years. And one of them probably been in hiding for like 18, 19 years. Somebody is getting ready to come out of hiding. When they feel secure, if this goes to trial, they have key witnesses that are like undisclosed. Like it's in a sealed file. They're going to come out. Yes, Farnsworth Bentley knows a lot, and he is shook. He knows a lot, and he is shook. But there are people that are in hiding. And one of them I know is getting ready to come out, bro. They're going to try to keep pushing other stuff, trying to change the narrative. They done brought out Jeannie Mai and what she's trying to expose young Jeezy for. They're trying to cover all of this up. At this point, I'm really sick of hearing about it. They really want to see, like what they have. And this, again, they're probably right about those videos. They did say they found 250 cameras in every room. I can't even imagine how you can have so many cameras. And I believe when they say every room, I do believe that's in every motherfucking room. He's spying on everyone. This nigga is completely the fuck insane, bro. And he's dictating and spying on everyone. And he put himself in power in such a way that none of the baby mamas can fight him to say nor do anything. So he's controlling all of these children because they're powerless. So when you look at them, they all smiling and they in his corner, they're terrified to death of this motherfucking man, bro. He has put himself in such a play to where he can control anything. Misa can want to fight him all she wants. But why does he have full control over Justin when Justin ain't really his motherfucking child? Justin looks nothing like him. Christian looks just like his motherfucking ass. Them twins look just like his motherfucking ass. Justin looks nothing like him. He's put himself to where, who gonna fight him? Who gonna check me, boo? When he rode up on that nigga in the middle of the street that Halloween, the Michael, whatever, the Alexander, whatever his name is, when he rode up on him and he said what he said, and he started to raise his motherfucking voice, that nigga back down like, oh, I didn't know. He knew who he was, but you ain't seen or heard from this nigga since, for real. It ain't that he did, but nigga, he had the power to shut down his motherfucking career. Because I said, I want you, and I want you to come party with me. That's what he kept saying. Dude was pissed like, I don't want to fuck with you like that. That means that is not the first time that Diddy done rolled up on this nigga trying to get this nigga. He feel like he's supposed to be able to fuck whoever he want to fuck when he want to fuck them, bro. That man is in power so heavy. Jay-Z is in power so heavy. You can't be in power. Like, I ain't seen Diddy at none of these motherfucking congressional meetings with the president, but I keep seeing David Rockefeller, a.k.a. Jay-Z, keep going in these motherfuckers. Him and his wife. And again, they only allowed this shit to come out about Prince Harry because he don't want to play ball with they ass the way that they tell him to play ball, bitch. This is not by accident. You got people going against each other, bro, but you just don't understand the way this chessboard is moving and being fucking played. The more that this team over here is trying to expose these people, the more they keep putting people into place. You got whole police departments working against each other and don't know they're working against each other, but know they're working against each other. Excuse me. The higher up say, oh, leave this be. That comes from up. Sarge, captain. No, this came from higher up. Leave this alone. Well, that's not going to happen. So now we got to go to the commissioner. And the commissioner is working with some of the other people. Like, you got whole people working against each other, but for each other, bro. Diddy is powerful, and so the fuck is Jay-Z. They are powerful people, which is why he has performed the way he has performed, bro. You cannot have a father like he had a father and came up in these ranks. You got to look at it like his mother was the first lady. How the fuck is it that Yo Gotti people them went to the penitentiary for 19, 20 years, and his mama lost a lot of her shit and had to regroup and go back into to living a lifestyle that he didn't like, she didn't like. But motherfucking Melvin Combs was killed, and Janice went the fuck up. I'm subject to believe that she helped with the setup, allegedly. Also, the genome that I posted when I said, here's the genome that follows every time there's a melanite passing. We already know that, but that people was like, well, he died in January. But as you see, if he died in January, they're posting that shit like that motherfucking man just died. They're always going to put out a genome. That means they didn't have a genome that was dying at that moment, quote unquote, death. So they put out one. They put out one. Anyway, I'm gonna get my motherfucking ass off of here, and I'm still gonna see about doing the sit down with Big L and trying to figure out why his energy feels the way it feels to me on some other shit. Like, his energy feels weird as fuck to me, and I can't even make that shit make sense. But I'm definitely still seeing about getting that interview with him. So gratitude, everybody. And to the stalker who keeps stalking me, bitch, get your whole life. Make sure y'all run that hoe into the dirt. That bitch wants somebody to be her friend so motherfucking badly, bitch. You a pathetic, sad ass case for a motherfucking human being, bitch. And you're always gonna be a pathetic bitch. So now you're no longer the stalker, bitch. You're pathetic. You're pathetic number two, bitch. That bitch is now to be called forevermore the pathetic bitch number two. Cause you will always be that bitch, you lonely hoe. Bald headed, short, fat bitch. Anyway, I love y'all. Shout out and gratitude for all that y'all do. Y'all enjoy. Make sure you hit the motherfucking like button because this is Quatita's house. And you don't come in my house without dusting your feet and speaking. Okay? Because I don't come to your house at all. Make sure you understand that. Okay? Greetings and gratitudes. I love you. Make sure you hit the like button. Peace.